Episode number 4 of Let's Try to Win a YCS. Look at this, look at the progress, man. I actually managed to get top rated on Dueling Book. Well, not super top by, rating, but still, 568. I've only been playing for 4 days, which is really good. I have 29 wins and 6 losses, which I think is one of the best win rates anyone here literally has. At the moment, it's not a huge sample size, so it's not necessarily the most relevant, but this is an 83% win rate, which is really good, and I've played against a bunch of meta decks, which means that it is pretty legit. And 189, let's try to see my profile, what it looks like. So yeah, 568/98, I have no idea what that means. And yeah, 29 wins, 6 losses, not too bad, not too bad. Let's get into what deck I actually used in order to get such a ridiculously high win rate since I last played Sky Striker. And there it is! This is the deck list that I've been using to destroy everyone on Dueling Book. I think I actually had an over 90% win rate with this deck. I only lost one match, and it was entirely my fault. It was out of frustration and laziness, honestly. It wasn't even like I didn't have the cards to win, or my opponent just outplayed me or anything. He played well, it's just that I was just, I don't know, it's hard to explain. I don't even have the replay anymore, but I do have some other replays, and I played a lot of trap decks lately. I don't know what's up, but a lot of people are playing Subterror, Altergeist. I played against like 2 Subterrors. I even played against ABC, and it's no joke, by the way, because when the ABC pops off, Appaloosa, Skill Drain, ABC Dragon Buster is really hard for any deck to get rid of. But yeah, so for my deck list, I'm playing 3 Alistair, of course. It's like the 3 Ray. Like, you never really explain these cards. 3 Ray, 3 Engage. Yeah, okay, 3 Alistair, 3 Ash, 1 Dragma Ecclesia with 1 Fleur de Lis. I think this is perfect in the main deck. 2 Joel and Logbird with 2 Ghost Bell. Joel, complete garbage. I hate the card. Definitely cutting it. It's the worst hand trap in the entire game to main deck right now. It's not good. And by worst hand trap, I mean out of all the good hand traps, it's the worst one. But yeah, obviously don't take my words out of context. Well, yeah, but what Kinesis Puppeteer is where... Bernard, shut up and leave me alone. Anyways, Ghost Bell is actually really good. Ash was okay. It was hitting a lot of Desires and Extravagance, to be honest. And then 2 Nail, Shadal, Ariel. The second one comes up quite often, so I'm not regretting this. 2 ND, great card. 1 Beast, 1 Dragon. This, like, it comes up, but... yeah, no, it does come up, even against decks that don't necessarily set a lot of back row. There are some applications, so I like it. The Hedgehog, I never use its effect too much, but that's probably on me not being very technical with the Shadal cards. I think I'm good with, like, everything in this deck that isn't Shadal, so that doesn't speak for a lot, because literally the majority of the strategy is Shadal cards. But yeah, 2 Skomad as well. I think this lineup of Shadal is okay, and probably not the best. If you have any ways to improve this lineup, please let me know, because I really want to improve. And yeah, 1 Call by the Grave, 1 El Shadal, 2 Invocation, 3 Meltdown, 3 Nadir, 3 Shadal Fusion, 3 Super Poly, Terraforming, Punishment, and Schism. I think this main deck, outside of the Droll and Logbird, is relatively good. For the side deck, I'm on 3 Lancia, 1 Pankratops, 1 Maximus. This comes up every single time. It's really good. Unfortunately, I don't really have the extra deck space for Entis, but I probably should find a way to kind of include it, so I could actually kind of break boards going second. And 3 Nibiru as well, 3 Cosmic Cyclone, 3 Forbidden Drop, and Duster. Actually never considered citing in the Forbidden Drop, so I don't even know why this is here. And Nibiru is like against a few decks, like Infernoble, Salamangreat, stuff like that, but apart from that, it's not really good. Forbidden Drop, though, literally never even considered even potentially citing it, so I really don't know why I still have it, but yeah. For the extra deck, 3 Abkalone, 2 Construct, 2 Winda, Winda, 1 Ogoides, double Merkaba, Muddragon of the Swamp, because if you don't necessarily have a Shadal, at least Super Poly can still be used. And then Gravity Controller, which comes up once every 75 billion years. Verte, which actually comes up quite often, to be completely honest with you. And then El Mirage with Secure Gardna. The only reason why this is, like, better than Artemis is because of Maximus Dragma. But, yeah, to be fair, I could actually cut them, play Artemis, and then squeeze in like an Entis or like a 3rd Construct or something like that. Maybe like a generic Link, big boy Link. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this deck list. Now let's get into the replays. Okay, replay number 1. This is going to be against another relatively high-rated player, 446. I was at 550 at that point. And yeah, I'm gonna go first, well, I mean, I'm actually forced to go first. I think I lost that dice roll and he made me go first, which is pretty interesting. So I go Meltdown for Alistair, normal summon the Alistair. He's not gonna have Ash, but I was like, you know what? I have the nuts. I'm gonna win this game. And then I get D-Shifter and I'm like, I'm gonna lose this game. Construct Vanilla, I get Slumbered, and he gets Banished, which is like the opposite of Merry Christmas. And yeah, he just pops off, and at this point, I don't know why I was really stupid, but I didn't see the writing on the wall. This is exactly 8,000 damage, so I'm just dead here. If this Thunderbird successfully resolves, so yeah, it did resolve, and I basically just died. Game 2, I make him go first. He has a relatively good hand. Yeah, so he goes Thunderbird, discard the Grand Maju, blah blah blah. Then he can probably make a rank 8. So yeah, Draglubion's actually better than a Harbinger. It applies a bit more pressure because if you only get rid of the Harbinger in simplified game state, that Draglubion next turn does something terrifying. So yeah, he doesn't negate this because I'm under Lancia, so he's like, what the frick are you trying to do? But yeah, Summon Construct is still pretty good, and I can pop his backer, which was a twin, so I can safely set my punishment. And yeah, at this point I'm going to be able to destroy the Harbinger because of Construct's effect. Destroys every special summon monster at the start of the damage step. Twin Twister is not the greatest top deck here, because he doesn't really have a hand, and Inspector Border is just not the greatest card right now. If he actually started the game with Inspector Border, it would have been so good. But it's not even the kind of card that you can draw off of a danger, because if you have a monster in the field, you can't normal summon it. You have to set it and then wait one full turn, which kind of sucks. And this Desires is obviously gonna get Ashed. I just want to see. Yeah, okay, never mind. I was gonna be like, you know what? I want to see what he banished with the Desires, but it actually doesn't matter because the deck doesn't really need specific combo piece cards. It's just like I draw big monsters, I summon them, and I kill you. And this hand, not the greatest, unfortunately. And the issue that I had with this play that my opponent just did is that he used 2 turn skipper cards on standby, and my play was very passive to begin with. So I think what he should have done is not use a single one of them. If I go normal summon Alistair effect, he goes Shared Ride, so he draws 1 card which compensates instead of shotgunning. And if I use a powerful card to try to banish stuff, then Lancia maybe, but shotgunning way too early just didn't make any sense here. And Twin Twister, discard 1 card when your play isn't even that great to begin with. I mean, I kind of get it, but you're getting rid of a very powerful card. I mean, it's Eater of the Millions, so I actually wouldn't have discarded the Eater with Twin Twister at this point. And yeah, I mean, I'm really just gonna have it because Pankratops attack over. There can only be one, just doesn't do enough here. And that's it, that's all. Let's get into replay number 2. Alright, replay number 2. I'm going to lose the dice roll against Cyber Dragon again. Gonna make me go first. My hand is ass cheeks. He has the Pankratops with literally everything. He even has the Imperm, so even if I made Winda, it wouldn't have made any difference. He had the Pankratops and the Imperm and full combo. So yeah, gonna revive, blah 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 blah. Okay, this was so incorrect from his end because he's just opening the door to be fair, he had the Infinity, so you know what? Alright, yeah, Super Poly was like the only out here. It's okay, but I definitely would have played it a bit more control if I were him, but it's fine though because I understand the perspective of, you know, when you have Infinity, it doesn't really matter too much. But yeah, okay, yeah, at this point he was like, yeah, you can't use Shadow Fusion if you already attempted to use Anaconda, but I'm like, no, trust me, it's like you cannot special summon for the rest of the turn. It's part of the actual effect, so I can still special summon if you negate the activation. And yeah, he took a bit of time, but I showed him like a link, and he was like, oh, okay, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, Ash on Emergency, but then you already have Core. Feels freaking good, man. Now all he can really do is Dragoon, but I have the Super Poly, so I'm good at the game. I can make Winda, or I can make Madragon. It's up to me, but I think Winda is just a better card to summon. I don't care about my freaking Ariel. It doesn't change anything to my life. And he has the Skullmeister to protect himself from banishing the cards. And yeah, negate Winda, summon Cyber Dragon. Feels pretty freaking good, because now I don't have Jack. Attack over my Wendy, which is obviously going to negate. I have literally nothing. I set 1 pass, which is a garbage card anyways. Link Rebo attack and Infinity attack. I have to take it. And then Cosmic Cyclone the back row. set my the aerial that doesn't do anything. He has 2 freaking Ash, which is so good. He negates it, so I'm like, oh, you don't have Ash, but he had the Ash. So I'm like, why didn't you Ash in the first place and then negate any card I would have used afterwards? But still, I make him go first, and he has the nuts again. At least he didn't have a monster, so he can't make Dragoon, but still, he negates the Meltdown, which is like the worst card to negate here. But to be fair, even if he held it for Alistair, he did have the invocation anyway, so it really doesn't matter. Feels good when you can banish your opponent's Cyber Dragon instead of having to banish your Secure Guard now, so I have even more damage on the field, and ironically enough, I can kill my opponent right now, so it's a Merry Christmas to the Dome. Let's get into the next one. Okay, replay number 3, and the final replay that I'm gonna show you guys. This was against, I think it was Subterror Dragoon, but don't quote me on that. I actually forgot if Dragoon was even part of this. That might have just been pure Subterror, actually. So yeah, Extravagance obviously gonna eat the Ash. He has 3 back row. Some powerful cards in theory, but you know. Okay, yeah, Imperm on the Alistair definitely makes sense, and then Invocation. Yeah, you can't strike an inherent summon, so I tell him that, and he just scoops it up because his hand is garbage. Totally understandable. It's better like that instead of just showing me your cards and then not being able to really do anything. At the same time, I feel like I would have waited for the top deck if I were him. So if it was a Guru, then, well, Hidden City, you would have been able to kind of quote-unquote play, because you have the strike to negate the Merkaba, but you're going to be on so low life points with such a bad flow of, like, a bad engine that it's, well, just not enough resources, so it's not really going to be worth it. Extravagance, again, feels really freaking good, and you have the anti-spell, which is insane. I have the Cosmic Cyclone, but, like, ain't big deal, it doesn't do much. Ash on the Meltdown, I have the Nadir Servant. This is usually so incorrect, though, oh my god. But yeah. I get rolled, so the Abkalon can't search, and obviously I don't want a normal summon Ecclesia, no effect. Flip the Guru, whatever, search the Fiendess, that's fine. He still has, this is like a Book of Moon, and this is like a activate Mystic Mind during the opponent's turn, which is really terrifying. I'm not even gonna be super oppressive too, which is, you know, kind of weird, but whatever. Gonna go in a Dear Servant, Abkalon, Maximus, discard the Dragon, and then pop the Metaverse. He can chain it to add to the Hidden City though, which is kind of bait. Yeah, if I actually destroyed this, it would have been worse, but destroying the Metaverse, in theory, is kind of better. This is gonna be a really good grind game, though. Really, really fun. So, yeah, he goes Hidden City, replaced with Mystic Mine, so I'm like, I have to link off my cards and kind of nag like crazy, banish my own cards, just so the Mystic Mine dies. I flipped this without using the effect, so I don't lose the Ghost Belt, but that's actually kind of stupid. I should have just flipped and used the effect right away. That way Fiendess wouldn't have been able to negate, but if you just flip and not use the effect, I'm pretty sure Fiendess can negate, because it is no longer protected by Meltdown, but don't quote me on that. Yeah, I could be wrong. Anyways, just recycle, blah, blah. This is a Book of Moon, I don't really care too much. I think he has like no Fiendess left in the... Oh yeah, he has like 1. Okay, that's not too bad. If I can make him run out of Fiendesses, his only win condition is having a big boy Guru. That's it, that's all. I'm not in a bad position whatsoever. Yeah, invocations, blah blah blah. At this point, my only real way of winning is by going thingy. What's his face? Olgoides destroy that Guru, but I don't think I had a. Oh yeah, no. Obviously I don't think I had a fusion. LMAO. I don't even know what I'm doing at this point, but yeah. No, top deck Bankertops. Ironically, I can tribute summon, but yeah, Olgoides pop, and then he can't respond. So if he has the strike, it doesn't matter. This deck is too good. Shadal invoked Drag Ma all the way, man. I'm pretty sure I want to play this deck moving forward. I think I have finally found my niche, and like I said, my win rate is monstrous with this deck. So thank you very much, guys, for watching this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It motivates me so much to keep making videos like these, and I'll see you next time. Peace.